Hi Leo, this is Yonjo with Choose a Shapes to Row, and I'm here to do our spring equinox reading. So, seeing spring equinox consists of the dates. It's the dates of March 20th to 20th. So, it consists of Aries season, Taurus season, and Gemini season. And before I get started, I just want to say thank you to all the people who like, shared, and subscribed to the channel. Thank you very much. So let's get started with our reading. So your overall message for Aries season is transformation and healing. So this is going to be definitely a period of change that is going to feel that's going to usher in a bit of, it's going to usher in stability into your life. So going from this caterpillar to this butterfly or this moth, it's going to make you, it's like you're moving into a different vessel of yourself, a different part of yourself, a different expression of yourself that truly reflects how much healing work you've done. Internal work, and not just internal work, but how you're manifesting it in your external world. Who you're allowing in your life and in your space. Who you're allowing yourself to be connected to. What energy are you putting out in terms of what your expectations and your standards are in terms of how you want to live your life, what goals you're going to aim for, and what future you're trying to create. So that's very powerful. It's going to be a very powerful time. It means Aries season, so it's fire energy. So you're definitely going to be feeling really connected to that time. All right, so your tarot cards for that period are the Two of Swords in reverse, the Queen of Pentacles in reverse, and the Ten of Cups. Beautiful. So with the with the Two of Swords in reverse and the Queen of Pentacles in reverse, I think it's talking about during this period, chill, sit down. During this period of time, a decision is going to be made around what it means for you to feel comfortable. Kitty, calm down. A decision around what it means for you to be comfortable financially, energetically. Like, what does it feel like to feel self-sufficient in this way? I'm gonna pull some cards from here. And it's making him mad. Okay, move. Gonna move. Dramatic. Stop. Stop. You know better. So the two of Swords in reverse has to do with indecision, and upright has to do with indecision, and in the reverse has to do with cutting through that indecision, cutting through the stagnation and the blindfoldedness, facing what it is that is making you feel really like uncomfortable and unfulfilled. Yeah, you're moving away with the Six of Swords. You're moving away from what makes you feel like an outsider, and I think this is the theme that's been happening. What is making you feel like you're an outsider? What is making you feel left out in the cold? That is a lot of what is making you feel really uncomfortable. Anybody who's trying to place you in that sort of category of someone who I'm going to take for granted, someone who I'm not going to respect, someone who is not who I can just come in and out, whose life I can come in and out of. Like, that is what's making you uncomfortable. The Seven of Swords here, the Seven of Cups. This is an illusion that you're going to break. This is the illusion that is going to be broken from the transformation that you've been doing, because with the Cups here, this is energy. This is an end of emotional period and cycle, and it's also a period of feeling very fulfilled, and fulfilled as a result of the people you're around. So I think during this time period, it's going to be really shifting who's around you. Yeah, with the Ten of Pentacles. So with the Ten of Swords here, with the Ten of Wands here, it's the end of a cycle. Emphasizing the end of a cycle, end of this transforming period, end of this chapter, where you're carrying the burdens of other people, where you're carrying the illusions of other people that they either projected onto you, created for themselves or trying to kind of catch you within. It's the end of that time period. You're letting go of that. Yeah, it's the end of the time period. You have the Queen of Wands. You have the Queen of Pentacles here in reverse twice. So it's really emphasizing this need to center yourself in your energetic equation. I'm not sure if that makes sense. It's time to center what gives you energy, what makes you feel fulfilled, what contributes to your growth. Take out the weeds of the places, the people, the workplaces, the partnerships, the fake friendships that are just weeds in your garden that have been trying to present themselves as sunflowers. So yeah. So your advice for this time period is it is safe and beautiful to express sensuality. And I think especially with Leos, sensuality is very much a part of our self-expression. It's like this very effortless sort of magnetism that we permeate when we step into a room. Anytime we step into a room. So especially with the Ten of Cups here, it's like the Ten of Cups is reflecting that you're going to have an environment that allows you to feel safe, that allows you to pick up space in that environment. That is a safety net, is what I'm trying to say. A safety net, an emotional safety net for you to be able to express those particular parts of yourself that radiate that sort of very light energy, this very like earthy energy that is, like I said, connected to your self-sufficiency. All right, so one more card. All right, and with the Knight of Pentacles in reverse here, I think it's talking about like it's gonna be a period. It's gonna be a process. It's not something that's gonna be rushed. And I think sometimes you're gonna feel a little bit stuck because you're not really sure which choices that you need to make are the right ones, or you make the decisions, you kind of feel stuck afterwards. So it's like, so what's next? You know, it's kind of emphasizing this is a process. And it's a process that you've already been moving through, you know, the transformation healing cards that are present. All right, let's get to, I think I said that the Aries season is 20th to 20th. Oh, sorry, 20th. And then Taurus season is 21st to 20th. So you have fire and, Luna, which is the moon, and fire. I'm trying to remember if there is a fire full moon. Let's see. Gosh, give me a second. I have this really cool poster that I have yet to put down, but it doesn't say which moon it is. Oh dang! This is. I forgot where I got it from. Anyways, so assuming there's a full moon in a fire sign during this period, or it's just talking about the full moon in Leo that happened during I think it's just talking about continuing on that energy of culminating cycles that have been in your life. Because you have your cards here, your tarot cards are Death and the Ten of Wands here again. So especially with the Wands and with the Ten of Wands, it's talking about addressing the conflicts that have made you feel like you've been a burden. People who made you feel like you've been a burden, and also the mindset that you've been holding on to that makes you feel like you're a burden, and prevents you from being vulnerable, especially with new people. Because I think with the Death card, it's saying that new things are being ushered to your life, changes are being ushered to your life. You did all that work, your healing work. Now the results are flowing in, and have been flowing in, but it's almost like the water is unstoppable. Like the flow is really heavy. Yeah. So with the Star card in reverse, it's talking about, we were talking about just internalizing that healing process. Now you're gathering all the knowledge that you have gathered from this healing process. You're integrating. You're creating it into a doctrine here. You're creating it into a life philosophy. You're stabilizing that life philosophy. And I think with the Seven of Pentacles in reverse, it's asking you again to be patient throughout this process. Because with the, so you have the Magician here in reverse and the Chariot in reverse. So it's definitely asking you to be, with these two cards, I think it's talking about you have the resources, you don't realize you have the resources. So as a result, you're not exercising the self-discipline that it takes to move forward and to carry on this motivation. I think perhaps this sort of like Seven of Pentacles in reverse energy is making things really slow and appear very slow, appear very stagnant, when in reality you've got your shit together. You've done the work, you're doing the work, it's all happening. I think something perhaps is going to challenge you, make you shake you a little bit. Yeah, something's going to shake you. So you have the High Priestess, the Death card here again, and the Tower reverse. So with the Tower reverse, it's saying something that's going to shake you and has shook your foundation, and you saw it coming. You knew it was going to happen, because with the High Priestess and the Death card, it's like you saw the change. You intuitively knew this change was going to be coming about. You knew that universe and your circumstances and environment, that from the philosophy, the new philosophy you're trying to integrate in your life, is going to ask you to shake things up. So things are going to be shaken up, and it's going to force you to kind of address this Ten of Wands energy, to release this internal conflict. This sort of people who are trying to create that conflict is asking you to kind of end that cycle. It's just a continuous like period of like ending cycles is what I'm getting. And so your advice for this time period is I welcome a clear vision and inspired action. So I think, especially with the Death card here, is there's a very direct path of that you're moving through. And with the High Priestess and I think the inspired action part is coming definitely from the Star reverse, the Hierophant, and the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. So it's asking you to sort of slow down, really look at what you're trying to integrate, so you're not doing it in a way that just feels very rushed. And because this energy in reverse is it's almost like rushed energy. It's not really you before you move forward. And this is what is going to be your key. With the clear vision, the High Priestess has a very detached way of envisioning things, because the information is just coming through the High Priestess. The High Priestess is channeling information that's coming from a higher self, a higher place, from the universe, and just kind of spewing it out, not trying to have a spin view of it. And this change, and that's what happened. And one last card. Yeah, you'll be able to make a decision as a result of that, how to move forward. All right, so let's get to the Gemini season, which is 21st to 20th, and you have Ceremony and Illuminate. So when I saw that, I was like, there's going to be a party that's going to happen, some sort of event that's going to happen that's really going to open your eyes to who you want to be, how you want to live your life, and who you want in your life. There's just going to be some sort of event that happens that, I'm going to pull another card here, There's going to be some sort of event that happens that's just going to be like really validating and confirming. So let's get to your tarot cards. So you have the Knight of Wands in reverse, the King of Cups in reverse, and the Two of Wands here again. So Knight of Swords in reverse is kind of releasing external conflict. Releasing things that make you feel some type of way, making you feel some type of way. Let me verify it too. Yeah, it's releasing things that don't allow you to see the abundance that's present in your life. So that might be mindsets, that might be the way people are talking to you, any sort of things that kind of prevent you from seeing what abundance is around you, including yourself. With the King of Cups here, interesting. You have the King of Cups reversed and the Mother of Cups in reverse. Pull another card here. Yeah. So with the King of Cups and the Mother of Cups reversed, both these cards are reversed. So this is definitely a relationship that you're in that feels toxic. That feels uncomfortable. Feels like two people are just kind of reflecting their shadow selves. And I think with the Four of Pentacles in reverse, it's asking you to release and with the Four of Pentacles, it has to do with greed. It has to do with holding on to things that don't serve you anymore, and just kind of holding on to a false sense of abundance and success. And so with the moon here, it's like this sort of connection is very much shadowed, and much in the shadows, and a clear path forward is not revealing itself. I mean, it will after this party, or after this event, or this birthday. Maybe somebody's having a birthday or something. Either way, there's gonna be illumination, but right now, during this, especially during the middle of Gemini season, there's gonna be a little bit of confusion about how to move forward, and a lot of it has to do with releasing this internal struggle, and maybe being vulnerable with it. I think a little bit, because right now, maybe with the Four of Pentacles in reverse and the Moon, it's like this process of excuse me, this process of being. I'm just thinking about Moonlight, the movie. It was just very much a movie about being vulnerable and this different sense of masculinity that felt very powerful. And I think this different perspective around masculinity, around identity, that isn't really shown in the most prominent way to communities outside of that community, or even within the community. So I think this is going to be just a period of trying to be vulnerable and be open, and to have a dynamic that is vulnerable and open. That almost with the moon, it's just like there's a period of confusion, but it's also a sense of like softness that comes with the moon is what I'm getting. And I think with the Five of Wands, it's asking you to kind of fall into that softness. Yeah, with the you have all the Ten of Wands, Ten of Cups, Ten of Wands, and then again, you have the Ten of Swords here. So it's releasing all this overthinking. Like, you're at the end of a cycle. This is the bottom of the worst of the worst. You're at the worst of the worst. And at the bottom is this safety net, I think, is what I'm feeling. A safety net that is going to allow you to make this decision to how to move forward. Yeah. And then you have the Three of Wands. So you make the decision how to move forward, and then you wait. You're in a period of waiting that is about allowing the fruition of what work you've put in. So you've released all these people, you've recognized with abundance, release what the people and the thoughts that prevent you from understanding what abundance means in your life. You're addressing the circumstances within your relationship, whether that means letting go of the relationship, creating different aspects to the relationship, and centering softness in relationship, whether that is with that partner or with yourself, away from that partner or people. And making a decision to move forward, to let in the abundance that you deserve. And with your advice card, is proper rest helps you feel and look best. Throughout this whole reading is talking about centering what makes you energetically fulfilled, what doesn't drain you, what is emptying you out, and what are you putting in the place of vulnerability that is actually a stopper from you being connected to your energy in a larger sense. Yeah, that's what I'm getting. So that's your reading. If this resonates with you, does it feel familiar, if it feels just real, you can get more information through a personal reading where we'll just talk about what is really specific, more of the specifics that relate to your life from this reading or whatever questions that you have. Thanks for watching. Blessings.